You know, for a while I thought I was Tarzan, and I was swinging in the trees, and then I got a hernia, and I said, no, 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 I'm going to be Batman. I discovered some old Batman comic books at a little shack on the ranch where I live. And I went in and I looked through them, and I thought, this guy, you know, I'd love to play Batman. And who knew? Who knew that 45, 50, 60 years later I would be Batman? And by the way, it's all come full circle because I have my own comic book now, The Misadventures of Adam West. When we did, you know, our Batman, by the way, the late producer, ours, Bill Dozier, I think was brilliant because he came up with the concept to do it tongue-in-cheek, to make an homage, if you will, to the comic book, in that we were colorful and we had all the comic balloons, zap, baroom, pow, all that stuff. But we all got together and agreed that it should be for the adults, that is the humor, and yet the moralistic lessons and all of those things and the adventure, the splash should be for the kids. So then it enabled entire families to watch together. I don't like the word campy because I think it's a word of convenience, and it was used to describe the prostitutes who followed the Roman legions in battle. Yes, they were campy, but I felt that our show, campy maybe, that's a term of convenience. I think, and without sounding at all pretentious, I think our show was between the lines. It had irony and commentary on what was going on socially. And we made fun of a lot of institutions with a tongue-in-cheek attitude, you know.
Take her up! Holy sardine!
My favorite Batman episode was probably the first one because it was all gelling. And I was getting all kinds of memorandums from everywhere, from people associated with the show, the suits, that, hey, you're not playing this the way we thought you would or should. We want you to be more wooden, more square-jawed. And I said, no, 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 no. And after 2 weeks, the message has all changed. And it was, go ahead and do whatever you're doing. I don't know what the hell it is, but do it. And it kind of worked. I really feel you cannot play down to these people out here. You've got to have a sense of humor, some wit about it. And then, you know, our show lasted. It's 45 years since I started. And I still play Batman. You know, around midnight I'll go out and on a pier in the fog somewhere and pretend I'm Batman and try to save some young maiden. Is that my wife?
Batman to Robin. Ease off on the power.
You're right. Our timing was impeccable. The luck of our timing. In that it was that period in our social history, you know, the late 60s, when things were happening. In the 60s, I've read that it was the three Bs, Batman, the Beatles, and Bond.